Today we head off to Angkor Wat. You don't want to miss this one. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Now, if I look tired in that previous photo, that's because I am. We were up at 4:20 this morning to leave for Angkor Wat at 5 o'clock. We're going to see the sunrise. Oh, gee, that sounded a bit enthusiastic. So once we've been and seen the sunrise over Angkor Wat and our tour, we come back for breakfast at 9 o'clock and the second tour goes. We then have the rest of the morning to ourselves and lunch is on us as well. And in the afternoon, we're going to be doing our freedom of choice. Now for us, we're off to the Workshop of Senteurs. Lastly, we'll finish our day with a beautiful dinner in a beautiful gallery. Today, it's really important to read the notes. It tells you about what to bring and what to wear. Talking about what to wear, here's our weather check-in. So it's only 4:30 in the morning and it's 24 degrees already, so it's going to be hot. And we're making sure that we do the right thing with what we put on. Hubby has longer shorts on and a t-shirt. I had 3/4 pants on and a shirt that covered my arms. We had our walking shoes, our hats, our sunglasses, our sunscreen and our bug spray. Now, after a short trip on the coach, we arrive and we can see glimpses of light, but it's still very, very dark. So we all have our torches on to make our way up. Now, we're following the APT sign and we're really lucky to be avoiding all the crowds. And as always, APT wants the best for us, so they're taking us to a spot where we'll get the best photos. But first, we get to have a little bit of a morning snack. And our morning drink is coconut milk. Apologies for how bad this videoing is, but I wanted to show you we all sat around a table and it was up on a platform. You have to be really careful stepping up and down. Now I'm making my way over because I can see the morning light coming. There's a few stalls off to the left there. They're just starting to open up. Looking at the ground here, you can see it's just all dirt and there's roots that are sticking out, there's rocks sticking out and it's bumpy. Now we're walking up this dirt path and there's a grassed area there. Oh, there's a glimpse of it. But I wanted to show you the ground here. Now you have to be patient. Yes, we can see it there. But as you can see, there's a lot of people around. And I'm going to walk right down to this fence to give you a better look. Now it is a bit deceiving with your camera, but it is still quite dark now. And you're just getting the glimpse of the sun coming up now. And don't forget to get that reflection in the water. Sunrise at Angkor Wat. Amazing. If you look hard, you can probably see there's some spots on the water. It is sprinkling just slightly, so you might like to pack your poncho or rain jacket. Now, while we were here, we did have a bit of free time to just wander around. As you can see over there, that's the path that takes you directly up to where Angkor Wat is. But there's another space over there where people stand and take photos. And we were allowed to just wander around and meet back at a certain time here. I just loved how the photos started off like silhouettes. And as the sun came up, you start to see some more detail in the pictures. Now, most people stood up on the path, but you can walk down on the grass up to the fence. And if you go right down close to the fence, you'll end up missing out on getting that fence in your photos. And a little bit of a reminder here too, as much as these photos are beautiful of Angkor Wat, don't forget to have a look at everything else that's around you. If you turn around, You will see some amazing sights behind you as well. Now, as you can imagine, I took a lot of photos here. So I'm going to just move on to our tour now. And if you'd like to see more of these photos, I'll put them right at the end of this video. And one really important thing I forgot to mention, don't forget to take that selfie. Okay, our free time has finished now. We've all come back and met at our meeting place. We're going to make our way up to that doorway along this path. Now, if you look up close, it's like boards in a pathway. We go up to here and we will be walking up some stairs. Now, looking back here, this is where the general public comes in. We were over here to the right, but look at the crowd. I'm so glad we're on a tour with APT. This is the doorway we go in. There is hardly anybody there. Now, let's take a look. You see the stairs on the right. Yes, we have to go up them. And there is no handrail. This is from inside looking down. Here is a closer look at the stairs. You can see it's stairs, platform, and more stairs. This is close up so you can see, no handrail. This might be where a walking stick comes in handy if you need it. But if you can make it inside, it's well worth it. Everything is lined up so perfectly. And if you can't do the stairs, you can still wander around on the outside. You'll still be able to look up and see amazing things. There's carvings everywhere. Even look at the window framing. I love this. Look at the view through these beautiful carved posts. Now, as we move through, our tour guide tells us all about Angkor Wat. But of course, you're going to have to discover that for yourself. And there's 1,000 places to take a selfie. What's that I heard? 1,000 selfies? Well, maybe not 1,000 selfies. I'll just take 2. Oh dear, let's get back to looking at the ground. As you can see, it's big stone placements like cobblestones, and they are lifted in some places. So this is the tallest of Angkor Wat, and as you can see, there's stairs on this side to make your way up to the top. So hubby went and did it. You can see there is a handrail, but it is very steep. I was a bit worried about getting up and down, so I stayed down the bottom and there was somewhere for us to sit. Okay, hubby has made it. Let's take a look at what he saw. Oh, not quite a selfie, but he was proud that he made it to the top. So just in case you don't get to the top, this is what you would have seen. The view is amazing from up there. I'm so glad hubby went up and took these photos for me. He took photos of the view from every direction. As you can see here, I think I need to hire him as my cameraman. I wish I'd tried to get up there, but with the heat and the steep stairs, I just couldn't. And he also took photos of the stairs to show me. You can make your way around the top part of this building, and while you're up there, there's some amazing things that you can see. But I can't show you too much just in case you make it to the top. So after he had seen what he wanted to see and he took the last photos of the view, he had to then come and make his way back down those stairs. He did say it was a bit hard on his knees and it was starting to get really hot by now. But thankfully this was the last part of the tour. We're now going to meet out the front and make our way back to the coach. We stopped to take a last selfie. I know, But what I do want to mention, it's only about 8:30 in the morning and it is so hot and the crowds are really big now. So my tip to you is if you get the choice of early sunrise or 9 o'clock, I suggest you take the early morning and miss the heat and the crowd. Let's take a last look at where we're walking. So this is where the entrance or exit for us is. We're going to have to walk all the way to the top there. And as you can see, we're on a platform. We need to go downstairs and then walking along. The ground isn't too bad, but some of the stones have lifted. You just need to watch your footing. Taking a closer look, you can see that some of the rocks have lifted, it's uneven, and if you're using a walking stick, be careful of those little holes. When I'm in these special places, I always like to stop and take a moment to register where I am and appreciate how lucky I am. While doing this, I turned around and this is what I saw. My adventures are taking me to beautiful places. How lucky am I? On our way back to the coach now. So we do get to make a comfort stop. There is restrooms here and we're going to stop for a drink. So just looking at the ground here, again, it's like a paver. There's gaps in between. You need to be careful if you have a walking stick. But I find myself just watching the ground the whole time, maybe through the lens of a camera, but even when I haven't got the camera running. The pavers have changed again, it's better surface to walk on now. There is some souvenir shops here, but we didn't have any time to shop and there was only a few open. So we're heading back for breakfast. So our breakfast ended up feeling a bit like brunch. We opted not to have lunch today and then we headed off on our freedom of choice. We're picked up from the hotel in a tuk-tuk and off we go. Now our freedom of choice was called Workshop of Senteurs and we're going to be learning how to do some weaving here. Call me crazy, call me old. I'm not sure if I'm confused about whether this is exciting or whether this is going to turn into another hazard. And here's a reminder so you don't end up with this hazard. Keep your mouth closed so you don't eat any bugs. We eventually turn onto a dirt road and it's very bumpy. And can you hear that noise? I hope the bike makes it. We made it. Now I'm not sure if that ride's going to be great for everybody, especially if you have a bad back. Now we make our way into the property down this boardwalk and it's really lovely. The property is so pretty. This is a sign showing us all the raw materials that they use. And as we move around the property, we can see some of those materials growing. Now, at first, I tried to guess what some of these vines and plants were. And it was really hard because they grow such different things over in Cambodia. But if I would have taken time to just look a bit harder, everything has a sign. And I found that really interesting. But on we go. Now we did have a guide and she took us around and showed us all the different things. These are the spices and then we came across the coffee. Next was a taste testing of the jams they make. Moving on to the soaps and there were so many different scents. Then came the incense. And of course they have essential oils. And the candles smelt divine. Lastly was the bath products and we even got to sample them. No, not in the bath, on our hands. Okay, time for a bit of fun now. We move on to the workshop. And our instructors were patiently waiting for us. Did I mention that word patiently? We were not very good at this weaving. And for the bits where we struggled, they gave us a hand. Okay, here's the hazard though. When you're doing this workshop, you need to sit on a little low stool right down to the ground. Sitting down was fine. It was getting up that was hard. Our time's nearly come to an end here now, and we walked past all the ladies packaging up the products. And then came the shopping. Yep, they have a shop here. I can't wait. Now I just want to show you this product. While we were going around, our guide was showing us the different products and explaining what they do. Now this product, she told me, would help my wasp sting. This is going to be our last check-in on my wasp sting. This is what it looks like. Now I've put this cream on it for the rest of the trip and it made it feel so much better and disappeared quickly. Okay, shopping finished. We're back on that tuk-tuk and we're heading back to the hotel because we have an amazing dinner planned for tonight. But that's going to be in the next video. Now here are some more photos of Angkor Wat. But before you switch off, don't forget, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy these photos. Don't forget to join me for my next video, which will be a tantalising 5-course dinner at the Themes Art Gallery. This marks the end of our land portion of our tour. Then we head off on the Mekong River cruise. Come join me on the next part of this adventure.